Okay, so I just hit record. Thank you guys for jumping on. We are going to do this diamond call just a little bit different than we've done them in the past. So in the past, I kind of walk you through the why you need to go diamond, how you do it as far as you need two people and this and that and all the logistics, right? That really doesn't matter. I want to focus on that just a little bit, but I don't really want to, sorry, what did I say?
Diamond.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Emerald, that's what I meant, emerald. But this is going to get you to diamond, just so you know. So it's all the same. We're doing all the same tasks, but yes, this is the emerald call. But before, like I said, we focus on the logistics, and I want to briefly talk about that, but you don't need to know about that because you need to know what to do in order to get there, right? So I went emerald in probably, I don't know, the first week as a coach, okay? And the reason why is because my coach told me to do it, so I knew I needed to go emerald. I knew that was the first step in my business, and I was just like, okay, I'll figure this out. And I had one person say yes, one of my best friends, and then I signed my husband up. Okay, so I went emerald very quickly because it's literally two people who want the discount, who want to work on them, who, and they don't even really have to want to get the discount, but you're talking to them, and I'm going to walk you through some of this here in a little bit. But you're talking to them with the attitude of, this will change your life. Join me, link arms with me. Like you are pouring belief into them. You're pouring your belief of the products and the programs into them. And then you're sort of sealing it with, okay, you should do this for the discount. You could get 3 people, blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about that in a minute. So the reasons to go emerald are because you need to get there as fast as you can, simply because that's going to start the platform of your business. It's going to, not only that, you know what it's going to do? It's going to light your fire. So you go emerald, and guess what that does for your confidence and for your mindset? It helps you to know, and it just proves that you set out to do, you did something you set out to do. So because here's the thing, you're going to have to, you're going to help your coaches do this too. So you're going to go emerald, you're going to sign a coach. Well, guess what? What if that coach is amazing, and what if she kicks butt? And what if she just does all these things? You're going to teach her or him how to go emerald just like you did. Okay, so it's going to light your fire. It's going to start the platform of your business. It's going to build your confidence, and you're going to get a shout out on social media because you are doing the things that you need to do in order to start your business out strong. Plus it's going to start your income. Like right there, you've just started your income, and you're starting your team. And my vision has always been to have a big team, to have amazing women on our team that are changing lives, where we do this together and we support each other and all those things. And so those are the reasons to go emerald. And because it's really fun to rank advanced, just because it is. It's just, you're going to be able to team cycle bonus. I'm not going to go into that on this call because it's not important. What's important are the tasks that are going to get you there. And then you'll see, once you go emerald, you'll see that you start to earn a team cycle bonus. And that's where the bulk of your income is going to come in. And that's where you're going to start to learn how to place coaches. Okay. So we'll talk about that. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what I'm going to call an emerald track, because I'm doing a diamond track with girls and coaches to get them to diamond. And basically we're instilling the same exact thing with the diamond track that we are going to do with this emerald track. So the bottom line is, you'll go emerald whenever you want to make it happen to go emerald. That's the bottom line. It's a decision. It's you saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to find somebody. And this is just my mindset. And this really can be your mindset. We're all wired differently. But it can be your mindset to say, I'm going Emerald by Thursday. That can be your mindset, because Thursday is rank advancement day, which means that you have to sign a coach by Wednesday night. If you're halfway to Emerald right now, you need to sign one coach by Wednesday night at 11 p.m. and you'll be an Emerald coach on Thursday. Okay. If you need 2 coaches, then you're going to be looking for 2 people who you think this would be amazing for, who you think would be an amazing addition to your team, who you think needs this in their life because of the business aspect, or they just need it because they're low on confidence and they need an amazing circle of women. Or you just like want your best friend to do this with you or whatever. There's so many reasons for people to do this. And if you get in your own head and you're like, okay, there's nobody that's going to want to do this, I'm nervous to invite to the opportunity. And I want to tell you something. So this, I don't know why this just really hit me when I read this yesterday, or maybe it was today. I can't even remember. I think it was today. It's been a long Monday. So in our Diamond Leadership group, somebody asked the question, okay? And I just want to say, these are Diamond coaches, okay? Diamond coaches who, still doubt themselves, right? Because we're all human. So that's the point I'm trying to make here is, even as a Diamond coach, you're still going to have struggles, and you're still going to sometimes hit that wall where you feel like people aren't saying yes. So somebody had asked, how are you guys transitioning the conversation from customer to coach? And a girl responds, oh, I'm sorry, this wasn't in the Diamond Leadership page. This is in the National Leadership Conference page, which is even more of like a rank advanced page, because you have to be 1-star to be in this group. So anyways, this girl responds with the comment, hey, you should coach. Like, that's all she says to her people who are kicking butt in their challenge group, or who they think would be good. All they're saying is, hey, you should coach. Like, we make this so difficult, and we're always worried about if we're going to upset somebody, and what if we this, and what if we that, and blah, blah, blah. And I get it, because I've been in my own head too. And I still sometimes rarely get that way. But at the end of the day, if you are asking somebody if they want to do what you're doing, you have no idea, but they might be flattered. Like, I invited somebody today. She's somebody who shows up in our challenge group all the time. She's amazing. She has an awesome story. She survived breast cancer. Like, she's amazing. And I said, you have such a story, like, you should coach. And she's like, thank you so much for the belief in me. I just don't know that I can do it because of X, Y, and Z. So guess what I did? I tried to talk her through all of those things. She did say she would think about it. But I gave her you don't have to invest as much as I do. There's no expectation. I think when people sign up with us, or when we approach people with coaching, there's this expectation in their mind of what they should be doing. So they're already thinking, I won't live up to your standards, or I won't be able to match what you're doing, or there's no way, blah, blah, blah. So our job is to talk them off of that ledge of that, I can't do this, this is hard, I don't have the time, I won't be able to invest like you, and talk them off that ledge. So my point of that whole thing was that you literally can tell somebody that they would crush this. That's what I usually say to people. Have you ever thought about doing what I do as a coach? You would totally crush it. Because if I were to not know about coaching and someone told me I would be good at it, do you think I'm going to maybe consider it? Do you think that maybe if it was the right time in my life that I would say yes? Because it's all timing. This is all timing. And the numbers game of who's going to say yes. And that's the mindset you need to have with this, is who's going to say yes, not who's going to say no. I reached out to 5 people today and they all said no, or all 5 people ghosted me. Doesn't matter. It wasn't the time. It wasn't their time. They're not ready. It's not you. So all of those things keep us from running at this vision. And I want to remind you of your vision, and I'm not going to go into that, but the reason that you'll make this work and the reason that you'll go for this and that you'll get out of your own way and you'll send it and you'll do the work, the reason is because of your vision. That's the thing that's going to keep you running and keep you soaring to the thing that is just like going to set you free, whatever that may be. And I knew I wanted to build this business, and I knew I wanted to make a full-time income 4.5 years ago. And so I knew I had to go Emerald in order to start that success. Okay, so I want to talk about the Emerald track, and this is what I'm calling it. I'm just making this up because I've done the Diamond track with, I'm doing it with Linda, and then I did it with Carlita, and we're going to be continuing on. So new Emerald coaches, whoever you may be, will be getting ready. As soon as you hit Emerald, we will be starting what we call a Diamond roadmap with you, which means that you will be venturing on and moving past Emerald, and you will be going to Diamond, and you will be doing a Diamond track with your coach. So I want to do this Emerald track, and basically this is going to, I want to call it a 14-day, I want you guys to do this as a group, and your coach is going to be holding you accountable for this, or if you need my help, I will of course help you. So we're going to call this a 14-day challenge, okay? So you're going to need to try to take notes if you can, if you aren't driving. So this is my belief that if you are to do what I'm going to tell you to do, and you, again, have the belief and you have the vision and you want to do this, right? Because if you're on this call, you want to go Emerald. If you're on this call, you want to build this business. And I'm super proud of you for jumping on and just like going for it and being like, I'm doing this. So, this is all you need to know to do this. I'm going to show you everything you need to know to do this. Okay. So we're running, we're going, I'm helping you. Your coach is helping you. First thing, if you do not have this book, Build to Last, I really recommend that you buy it. Invest the $16 into this book because it's going to light your fire. This was written by a Beachbody coach, a male who's probably one of the most successful men in the company. You don't hear about him because he's not, I'm not going to go into it, but he's not in it for rank. He's in it for a stable, amazing longevity group of people on his team. But it's focused around that he doesn't say Beachbody, but we're going to understand it more than any other MLM because it's based around our business. And if you read this, it will light your fire. It will help you to see that you're no different than anyone else that has built this business. You're no different. There's no reason why you can't do it. Basically, why not you? So I really encourage you to get this book. It's an easy read. It's awesome. It's going to show you what's possible. It's going to make you feel like you can do it because you can, but we all need that like mental soul food for the brain that like keeps us going. And I need it. And no matter where you are in your business, you always need personal development because things come up, stuff happens, and we get stuck. And then we start to get in our own head because of whatever reason. It's the same thing with your fitness, right? When you're off track and you don't get your workouts in, you don't want to get your workouts in because you didn't keep up with what you were supposed to do. Same thing with your business. If you go 5 days without doing invites, guess what it's going to feel like? It's going to feel like it's stagnant and there's nothing going on. And the only reason is because of you, because you didn't send the invites. So there's nothing coming in. It's just feeling that way, but it's really not how it seems. It's just in our head. Because if I go a few days without invites, I just feel like right now I took a couple days off and I have nothing coming in my inbox. Okay, so the 14 days that I want you guys to commit to, this is 14 days of tasks. So number 1, you're going to do one post a day on your social media. One post. That's going to be about your journey. It can be about fitness. It can be about your personal life. It can be about your heart. It can be about your marriage. It can be about your kids, whatever it is. My advice to you when you're doing posts is to bring value to your posts. What are you showing people? What are you sharing with people? What positive spin, if it's a negative, not negative post, but if you're feeling frustrated or you're struggling with something in your life, what's the positive spin that you're putting on at the end of it? Because each post should tell a little bit about, and you don't have to overthink it. I don't mean every post needs to be this long testimony and this long thing and takes you an hour to craft, but it should be something that shows your humor. You're having fun with what you're doing. You're excited about what you're doing. You're happy to be like where you are and you're proud and you're confident. Or if it's, like I said, if it's a struggle, then there should be a positive upspin at the end. And it could just be a fun fitness post. But I'll tell you, if you just post a selfie of an after workout pic and you don't put much behind it, it's okay to do that every once in a while. But if you don't put much behind it, people just want to hear some motivation from you. They want to be, you just want to be that light in someone's life when they're scrolling through Facebook. So what's it going to be? What are you going to share with the world that's going to inspire somebody? What from your story, from your past? Who was the girl that was a year ago? Who is she? Talk about her. And then who is she now? Who was the girl 6 months ago or whatever it was? Like, think about all those things think about your mindset and think about where you've been and what you've conquered and how far you've come. All of those things can be put in posts in several ways. You know what I do? And this is what I was told to do a long time ago from a lot of coaches was share your story and you share it over and over and over again. Because like my past is my past. It hasn't changed. It's not going to. But what's going to change is my story as I go, right? So I'm sharing it day by day by day, but then as I'm going long term, I can look back and see what I've done and I can see where I've went and how I went and how I got there and whatever, because chances are, like, I would bet you, like, I'm saying 100% chances are someone is exactly where you are right now and they need you and they need your positive spirit and they need that bit of like motivation that they're going to be okay and that they can get through it and that whatever, they can find happiness. They can find their own greatness. So 1 post per day, because guess what? You're going to be doing invites off of this post. Okay. So your invites are going to come from the posts that you do. Yes, Carrie says share the entire journey, not just the end. Exactly. Because the thing of it is like, you're never going to come. This is like fitness isn't a destination. Like we are going to continue. It's like coaching. Like you don't just get to emerald and quit. You don't get to diamond and quit. Like you're going to continue on and on and on. And like, you're just going to have new challenges and new excitement to work through. And yes, never wait for your transformation to share. Like, I don't care if you need to lose 30, 50, 60, 70 pounds. You never wait to share your transformation because somebody needs you. Like this is our job, just to share that like mojo for them to gain so that they can understand that they can do it too, because that's what we're supposed to be showing them. If I can do it, you can do it. I don't care if I have 2 jobs and I have kids and I'm busy and I have all these things. Like we can make the time for the 20 to 30 minutes. So show them how they're going to do that. Show them how you're not taking your excuses. You're not taking them. You might have them. We all have excuses, but you're not taking it. Same thing with your business. We all have excuses. We don't have time. We didn't have time to message, blah, 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 because we didn't set our day up right. And I do it. So I'm guilty, but it's the same thing with, you can always compare the business to fitness. And I love the fact that you can always compare it because it's like the same. So 1 post per day about your journey, something from your heart, something that speaks, that shows people who you are and why you're doing this. Yeah. Maybe it's your why, maybe it's whatever. So think about that. Think about who you are, what makes you you, and what you're going to share to show people that you're, like determined to be successful with your fitness or with your business or whatever you want to talk about. So personal development every single day. That's number 2. Personal development every single day. So if you're going to read 3 pages from this book every day or 2 pages, I don't care. Read until something makes you excited. Read until something lights a fire in your belly. Listen to a podcast. Go to Beachbody Champions. If you're not part of that page, then you need to talk to your coach. Beachbody Champions is amazing. It gives all kinds of videos. Go through our team page. Look for videos that will light your fire. Watch an old team call that we've done. Like that's specific on, I upload every single call that I record into our team page. Look for a specific topic that you feel like you're struggling with. If it's invites, if it's sharing your story, whatever, we've done it. We've probably covered it. And if you can't find the video, I'll find you one. Because there's all these resources and there's all these tools for us to use. So there's never like not enough stuff to build this business. Just so you know, you'll never run out of resources. I couldn't watch the amount of videos that would fuel my fire because I couldn't like fit it into my day because there's just so many. Okay, so that was number 2, personal development every day. Personal development could be, it's really not your devotion, I would say. I'm not saying you should not count that because it's totally, if you want to use your devotion as personal development, that's fine. But I do think, you need something a little bit more centered around the business just because it's going to help you to like put that belief into your head that you can do this, that you can, no matter what, you are strong and you can do this. But a lot of girls will start out with their devotion and then they'll do their PD, their personal development. And I think that's a really good combination to start your day off with if that's how you want to do it. Okay, so number 3 is add 5 friends on Facebook every single day. And when I say add 5 friends, that means that you need to have 5 people accept your friend request. So you might have to add 15 or 20 people before 5 people accept your friend request. And don't make it weird. It's not weird. It's not scary. There's no reason for it to feel weird. This is network marketing. This is social media. This is why social media was like crafted, was so that we could meet people. And so the way to grow your business is to add people on Facebook. So go through, find people that you have like 5 to 10 to 20 mutual friends with or whatever. It doesn't really matter about the number, but you should have at least a few mutual friends, just because like adding people randomly that don't have any friends is kind of like not going to get you very far, probably, because people don't have any connection with you. So do that, because you have to be growing your network in order for people to see your stuff, and they're going to watch your stories. And I have all these people that I add, and they're brand new, and they will like start watching my stories. And I'm thinking, like, wow, like I don't even know you. So then I reach out to them because they're watching my stories. So they obviously like want to watch what I'm putting out there. So add 5 people on to your network on Facebook. If you're doing Instagram, then I don't think most people are solely focusing on Instagram, so I'm not even going there. You definitely can make connections on there, so don't write it off, but I'm just sort of focusing on Facebook simply because I built my whole business on Facebook. Okay, so the last thing that I want you guys to commit to, and this is the big one, this is the one that's going to get you to Emerald. You need to be having, and this is bold, and I'm just telling you, and it's okay. Like, it gets you out of your comfort zone. It helps you to just gain the confidence and work through conversations, because in order to feel better and more confident with your conversations, you got to have them, right? And you got to have more than one a day. So my advice to you and my encouragement to you is that you commit to having 15 conversations every single day. 15 conversations every single day. That means, and what I would recommend is 5 of those 15 are brand new people. That means that to get this ball started, you're going to maybe have to do 10 new invites today, because or whatever. And then 5 of those conversations are going to be follow-ups from before, because maybe you already have 5 people that are in your brain that you've talked to before that you want to reach out to. And so if that's the case, then you're going to send 10 new invites, and maybe you're going to ask them to our detox. Maybe you're going to ask them to do a 3-day Whole Foods detox with our group after the 4th of July, starting July 8th. Maybe that's what you're going to do. Maybe you're going to invite them to our 21 day back to you boot camp, because even though it started, it doesn't matter. Like, people will jump in when they're like, people can jump in at any time. That's the beauty of our groups. Like, it's not like they missed the boat. They didn't miss the boat. I'm going to do 21 day fix extreme after I'm done with 21 day real time. So there's always people jumping in at different times, and everybody's at a different point in their journey. And a lot of people aren't even doing 21 day fix. So you have so many things to invite them to. But it's all generally the same thing that you're inviting them to. And the reason I say is to invite people to like your Whole Foods Detox, your 3-day refresh group, is because a lot of people are looking for results very fast. They want results and they want them fast. And this shows them nutrition. And this shows them that they're not going to starve, and that they can lose 4 to 7 pounds-ish in 3 days. So if you haven't done the refresh, I really recommend that you guys jump in and do it, because you're going to promote for it a lot better. If you're doing it, you're going to be able to share your results, and then you have those results to share with people for the future. Okay, so your conversations are going to go like this. So you're going to track this in some way. I don't care if you just use this. So I have this. This is what I've been keeping all my team call notes in. So every night before a team call or day or whatever, I write my notes out in this, okay? So whatever, it's simple. You track it. You can use the Go for No. You can use your own tracking system. You can print off the business activity tracker. I think a lot of people just like notebook and paper, because it's easy to write out, okay, who's interested, and who, you can star them or highlight them or whatever, who's on the fence. Okay, who do I need to follow up with tomorrow? Because I follow up with people, like, I'm not waiting a week to follow up with somebody. Like, if someone wants to do this and I gave them information and they wanted more information and they seemed excited and they were like, yeah, that sounds good, or I just don't know, I need to check my finances, or I need to talk to my husband, or whatever they're telling me that they need to do before they give me the answer, then I'm following up with them probably tomorrow. Like, hey, were you able to check about your finances? Hey, were you able to talk with your husband to see if this was like something that you guys could jump into at this time? So it's your job, and you're in control of following up with people, because I'm just going to break it to you real like blunt. People are not going to get back with you unless they are just like 1 in 100. Okay, I'm just saying. And I'm not trying to be negative. It's just that people they just drag their feet. And I drag my feet about things. I can think about things that I drag my feet about. So it's our job to really just dive in, like get that answer out of them. It's okay if they say no. There's no pressure. And I tell them that. No pressure at all. I just want to get everybody started who wants to be in this group. Or if it's the 3-day refresh I'm talking about, no pressure at all. But, you had said you were interested, so I don't want you to miss out. And I want everybody to get their stuff in time to start on the 8th, because there is like a deadline and there is an urgency. And when you show that sometimes, then they understand, like, okay, like I need to jump in now because now's the best time, because there's a sale going on. So there's $20 off all challenge packs. So if you're not pushing right now for your business and getting people the best deal, then again, you're missing the boat, because so many people would join you if they knew that, and that might be the make or break. That's the thing. You've got to be like, hey, how are you? I know we talked before, but there's this big sale right now, and I just thought now might be a good time for you, and I wanted to check back in with you. Would you want to join our 21 day back to you boot camp? ? It's short. I don't make my invites super long. I don't overthink it. I don't need to talk about really anything. That's just me. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that we overthink the invitation process, and it can be so simple. If you're following up with someone, it's as simple as what I said. Hey, are you still interested in doing the 3-day refresh with us? ? And then they're going to ignore me, or they're going to respond with, yeah, I do. Or they're going to respond with, no, I can't. Or they're going to respond with, how much is it? Pretty much. That's pretty much the choices that they're going to give you. But that's okay, because really the only thing I need to know is, are you in or are you out? Like, because if you're out, that's okay. I'm going to check back with you later, and I'm just going to move on, because I'm going to continue looking for the people that are in. So if you're leading with your 3-day refresh group, if you're leading with your 21 day back to you boot camp, if you're leading with your challenge group, which is pretty much how most of us send invites, right? Because that's most of the time. I lead with the opportunity a lot of times, but I would say I more so lead with our challenge group. The opportunity is always on the front of my brain, and I'm always like posting about that sort of thing. But in order to get people to jump, a lot of times most of the time you're going to have to bring them into our community and into our challenge group. And a lot of times it's going to come from the discount. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about next. So you're going to keep track of all these. So you're going to do 15 tonight. Like, I really recommend that you get off this call and you send 15 messages. And it's just like, hey, how are you? I hope you can even say this if this makes you feel more comfortable. I hope this isn't too forward. I just wanted to reach out to see if you would have any interest in joining our 21-day Back to You boot camp, ? And they're going to see that it's 21 days, and they're going to see that it's a boot camp, and they need to get fit, and they've been thinking about this for a while, and they've seen your posts, and they need support, and they need results, and they need all these things, right? And maybe they don't, but we're just saying that they do. So this might be the perfect thing. So never write anybody off. Never discount somebody that they might not be interested, because what if they are? I've probably had 100 people join me in my challenge group over the last 4.5 years that blew my socks off, that surprised me because I had no idea that they would join me. So because those kinds of people are just the ones a lot of times that need you, and they'll never come to you, and it's nothing personal. They're just scared to come to you. You have to go to them. You have to be the one to like invite them. So, okay, so you're going to do your 15 invites tonight. And when I say invites, those can be follow-ups. Those can be people that you've already reached out to before, but you're re-inviting them. Like you guys, I re-invite all you guys to do a 3-day refresh with us. I re-invite you guys, my coaches who haven't tried Energize, to try Energize. Like, this is our business, and these products are amazing. So I really recommend that you do this, because in order to build your business, you really should know what Energize tastes like. You really should know how you feel when you take it, and that you would never want to live without it. Okay, so then tomorrow, right? So here's what happens is you send these invites today, tomorrow, and tonight. They start to flow in, and you don't worry if you see the little circle that they read it and they didn't respond. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Nothing personal. Nothing personal. You go on your way. You're not worried about them. They're not going to slow you down. Like, you're looking for the people who are like, yeah, send more information, because those are the people that you're going to invest in. Those are the people that want it. So tomorrow you're going to have conversations going from tomorrow. You're going to have conversations going from today, right? Because people are going to start messaging you back. But then in addition to that, you're going to send 5 new invites. And you're going to hopefully follow up with a couple people, or check in with a couple people that you've talked to previously. Okay, so this is just like a wonderful domino effect, because it continuously will keep pouring in when you continuously send out the new messages. And if you feel like your inbox is going kind of dead, guess what you need to do? You need to add 5 more to that day. And it's okay. It's not a stressful thing. It's not something that should feel pressured. It's just that, like, hey, I'm going to see who wants to join me. And I a lot of times set a goal for myself. Like, I will sign a coach by Sunday. I will get someone involved in my 3-day refresh group by Sunday, which I'm saying Sunday, and I really should be saying like Friday, because it doesn't take you Sunday to find somebody to do a 3-day refresh with you. I'm just saying it doesn't. It's a matter of how much do you want to, how bad do you want to get someone involved? How bad do you want to share your belief and your heart with them about what this has done for you and what it will do for them if they just jump in with you? That you've never regretted joining this, and you've never felt better, and you're in the best shape of your life, or whatever. So it's not always about you. I mean, I don't just go on and on about my life and what it's done for me, but I will turn it around to them, and help them. And I'm going to help them see how they can fit 20 minutes in their day. And I'm going to help them to cut out all processed foods. And that's the first step. And then we're going to go from there. So a lot of people need to take it slow. So whatever it is that they're telling you to do, you're going to help them with. So here's how the And then you just need to be tracking it each day so that tomorrow you know what you're going to do. And like Carlita had given a tip, and it's amazing. She gave a tip on Sunday nights. She writes out all the invites that she's going to do. Okay, so that she's not like drawing straws. She knows what she's going to do that week. Or sometimes that night, because she'll send like 25. Okay, because that gives you a great baseline to go from. It sounds like a lot, but it's not, because what if only 5 of those people respond to you? And it's normal. It's not you. I'm getting a ton of no responses. We all are. So what if only 5 of them respond? So that's the reason why it's a numbers game, and you have to reach out. If you do 1 new invite a day, and I'm not being negative, you won't get anywhere. And I don't mean you won't get anywhere, but you won't get very far, very quickly. It will take you a very long time, because like we know how people say no all the time. It's okay. The no's eventually turn into yeses. And so what you can ask them is, okay, no problem. Can I check back with you next month? So then that's why next month, if you have a calendar that you're working off of, you'll write their name next month and you're going to follow up with them. Okay, so here's how the invitation process is going to go. I'm going to walk you through this, and then this literally is all you need in order to go Emerald. Okay, so you're going to send your 15 invites, and they're going to be like I described. Either you're inviting them to your 21-day boot camp, either your Back to You boot camp, or you're inviting them to your 3-day refresh, or you're inviting them to the coaching opportunity because maybe they're positive because you've seen their posts, or maybe they like fitness, or maybe you know they need the income and you already know them and you would love to do this with them and whatever. Okay, so those are the 3 basically invites right now that I could see you guys doing. Those would be the 3 that I would be doing right now. So you're going to send those and you're going to be like, hey, how are you? If they liked your post, I lead with that. Thank you so much for liking my post. I really appreciate your support so much. And then I usually do a heart emoji because I love hearts. I don't know. It's just me. I'm a hey girl person and I'm a heart person. And so don't do something that feels like not you. Like you want to be saying this like you're talking to someone that you know. So then I just dive in. I just wanted to reach out to see if you would have any interest in joining our brand new 21-day Back to You boot camp? ? That's it. And then, and I used to do my invites different. I used to kind of like dive in briefly and use a sentence saying, it's 30-minute workouts. It's all done at home, very minimal equipment, a very easy nutritional, plan to follow. We share recipes, tips, and anything to get each other motivated. Would you want more information? ? So that's honestly how I used to lead with my invites. There's no right or wrong way. There's really not. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. I have found that being more direct and just putting it out there and being bold, because it's not like I'm just like, hey, how are you? Do you want to do a workout program with me? Like, I mean, I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying I've added in that, like, I've thanked them for liking my stuff and supporting me. And now I've dove in and asked if they wanted to join and I was specific because I said my 21-day Back to You boot camp. But if it was a spring group, then I would call it that or whatever. But it's just, the point is that we're doing something together. And again, however you want to word it is fine, but that's something that you can go off of. You can do a variation of what I just said. Or if they're watching your stories, which I think you should be posting on your stories, simply because stories are a nice way to share everything, right? Because there's things that I share on my stories that I wouldn't post on my personal page because people would get tired of looking at it. But if they like me and they want to follow me, they're going to look at my stories and they care about what I'm eating and they care about what song I'm listening to or whatever, or what I'm wearing that day or whatever. I'm not saying they care about it, but they most likely, if they're watching my stories, they are intrigued about my life. So then I feel like I can reach out to them by saying, hey, how are you? Thank you so much for watching my stories. I just wanted to reach out and see if you would have any interest in doing the brand new 20-minute program with me? ? Because that's how I led it before. That's how I led it when I started T20. And guess what? That gives them a nugget like, okay, it's brand new. Well, what's this about? Okay, it's 20 minutes. I could do 20 minutes. What's that about? And I've seen her doing fitness stuff. So she must like, she's still doing this. So she must like kind of, I don't know, must be a thing, you know? So all these things are just stuff that I'm thinking that goes on in their head maybe. So you're sending those invites and then they come back and they say, yes, I want more information. So now the hard part comes in where everybody's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to vomit. And I don't want to like say these things that's going to make them like, that's going to turn them away. Right. So then at that point, you can dive in with texting, which I don't, because I'm a voice texter, because I ain't got time to sit here and tell you every little detail. That's just my opinion, but you guys can do whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable with. Sometimes people respond with a text and then they go to voice clips. So if you're responding with a text, you could say something like I did in the first, where I said like, okay, you know, we would, yes, I would love to give you more information. So we do everything at home. Very minimal equipment is required. We stream all the programs, you know, you get every single program they've ever created, hundreds of options with the calendars to follow, all the nutritional information, all the tools you need to succeed, and blah, blah, blah. Like you can talk briefly about our group. You know, you will gain recipes, support, accountability. Like we run all of our stuff through a private Facebook group. And you can stream your workouts anywhere with Wi-Fi. I use my Fire Stick sometimes, and most of the time I use my laptop. So I share that with them. And then I might say, what kind of workouts do you like to do? ? Or what kind of workouts are for you, or whatever. What kind of workouts do you like ? So then you're kind of throwing the ball back in their court. So then they're probably most likely to respond, right? Instead of you just giving them a ton of information that they're like overwhelmed with. So I try to keep it simple, okay? Don't freak out. It's okay. You're just getting to know them, and you're getting to know if they want to join you. It's not a big deal. There's no right or wrong way to do this, unless you're like, the only wrong way to do this is like if you on the second message you're like, hey, okay, I'm going to send you the link. What's your email? That was like, that would throw them off. Okay. That would turn them away, but you're not doing that because you're just finding out about them, and you're sharing what it is that's helped you and what you know. All you need to do is share what you know. So always remember that, because you know so much more than you give yourself credit. Okay. So I respond with voice clip, and I would just go right into it. And I would say, yes, I would love to have you in our group. You know, there's not only do you, so the program that we're doing now is 21 days, but not only do you get that program, you get every single program that's ever been created. So you can start this program, but if this isn't the right fit for you, then we have so many other options. And again, I go on about the Fire Stick, how they can access it, blah, blah, blah. So I'm leading with BOD. I always lead with BOD because it's 27 cents a day when you break it down, because it's $99 a year. So then I would go into, so if they like the sounds of that, right, then for $40 more, guess what you can get? You can get a whole month of supplements, either Shakeology or the Performance Stack. And I dive into those briefly based on what they want. So do they want something for their nutrition? Are they struggling with their nutrition? The answer is probably yes, because we all do. But do they want to focus on their nutrition, or are they more of a pre and post workout person? So those are the things that I go into then. For $40, you can get one of those options. And I highly recommend that you take advantage of this sale, because I'm just going to tell you right now that Shakeology is $130 a bag at customer cost. So you're getting it for $40. Like, this is a no-brainer. And I tell them that, like, I'm just open with them so they understand what they're getting for the $40 more, okay? So you're just going to share with them what you know. You're going to be excited about the fact that they're going to get results. There's no doubt in your mind that they're going to absolutely love our group. There's 200 and how many people in our group right now. Like, they're going to gain nothing but support and love. If they commit to this program for 21 days, they're going to lose 10 to 15 pounds, most likely. Most people do. And all the things, right? Like, you know, without a doubt that this is going to change their life if they do it. If they listen to you, if they trust you, if they'll jump in with you, you're going to help them every step of the way. Tell them that. You're going to work not only are you going to work with them in your accountability group, you're going to work one-on-one with them. You're going to make sure they have recipes. You have sample meal plans that you're going to share with them because they're in our group already, and we have some in our team page. So all these things, you're excited to get them on board because you know what they're going to get if they join us. Okay, so at that point, you're going to get the answer from them. That's where it gets tricky, right? Because they're going to think about it or they're going to whatever. And that's when you might have to follow up with them a couple days and stay on them just to get the answer, just to find out, okay, I just want to help you. So I just need to know you said you were interested and I don't want to like fall short on my end of the deal. So I'm checking back in with you to see if this is right for you. If you want to do the 21-day boot camp with me. You can send them a video, like use third-party tools if that's something that's helpful. I don't do it a ton, but I do it. I feel like I'm pretty confident at this point in my business I can share about Shakeology and the workouts, but sometimes I still need a third-party tool to throw in there. So don't be afraid to use them because I used Shakeology. I used the Shakeology one for years. And I still will throw it out there if somebody doesn't think our product is better than theirs, or if somebody doesn't think that it's worth the money, then I'm all about sharing it because I want them to, a video's worth, how many words. So, okay, so say you get them to say yes. Okay, they want to do this. So now we are going to try to transition them into doing the discount option because this is where they need to do this because they need to and this is how I try to explain it to them. Okay, you don't want to just do this for a month. You want to do this long term. Like you want to make this change. So I really recommend getting the discount because you're going to get 25% off of everything. And it doesn't cost you any more from the get-go to get the discount. So jump in and and I can help you. I can even help you find 3 people to buy a product from you so that you get yours essentially for free because it would literally take 3 people buying product from you as a coach to get yours for free because you make, depending on what you're selling, depending on what you're getting them started on, if it's challenge packs, 3 challenge packs would well pay over their Shakeology order. So I just pour into them. I pour into them the fact that accountability is key. And if it weren't for coaching, I would have fallen off track a long time ago. So I talk about that. I talk about the discount. I talk about the fact that I use the pre and post workout. I use Shakeology. I use, the 3-day refresh. There's shakes for your kids. There's the beach bars. Like there's so many products that the only way you have to, the only thing you have to stay active, what am I trying to say? I can't even talk. To remain active status is for them to purchase a personal order each month. And that's just their personal product that's keeping them on track with their nutrition and keeping them on track with, their goals. So then I pour into them the fact that they should totally jump and they should, this business might be for them. They might just want it for the discount, but that I've, earned a stable income with this business or whatever I'm going to throw out to them. But I'm going to encourage them to jump in as a discount coach because it's just going to help them be more accountable. They're going to get more out of it. They're going to feel more connected because we have team stuff. We do local stuff. So if they're local, I share that. If they're not local, we do calls every single week. And we will help them we'll match their goals on we'll match their effort on what they want to do. So basically that's it in a short of amount of a call that I can do as far as going Emerald, because what I just shared with you is exactly what I'm doing every single day. It's exactly what the diamonds on our team are doing every single day, because the same tasks to get you to Emerald are the same tasks that are going to get you to Diamond. It's no different. It doesn't change. It hasn't changed in 5 years since I've done this business. But the number one thing that will change is this mindset. And I talk about mindset all the time because it's huge, because it stopped me in my tracks before, because I see what it does to girls on our team. I see how their fire can go from fire to very, very low burning out because they let somebody who said something or someone who started keto and they were going to join you, but they started keto or they started some other thing, and it gets in your head if you let it. But it doesn't matter because it's not a personal, you got to just grow this thick skin where you're like, you know what? I know why I'm doing this. I know why I want others to do this with me. And I know what this will do if they join me. So if I stay consistent with my messages and I show up every single day and I pour into these people who I know need this and who I want with me because I think they're awesome. A lot of times I think people are so awesome that I just want them with us because like, I just think they're great and they would add so much positivity to our team page or to our group or to whatever. And so my advice is that not only are you leading with our challenge group, but you're also looking at the people who you think would absolutely love our community and absolutely love this. And I really recommend that you push to find that one person, and then you look to find someone in your family to sign up. Whether you're asking them for a favor, whether you're just signing them up because they're probably not going to work the business, and that's okay. But that's going to get you to Emerald. That's going to give you that momentum that you need, because we all need momentum. That's going to give you that win, and then you're going to move forward. And you're going to duplicate exactly what you did, because this is all about duplication. When you go Emerald again, and you go Emerald again, and again. And it's okay if it takes you 6 months to go diamond or whatever. But the fact of the matter is you're not giving up, and you know why you're doing this, and you're going to continue to reach out to people because you know they need this. And with that kind of mindset, like, you'll just never fail. Honestly, you won't. So that's that. I've rambled on longer than I anticipated. But I hope that helped you guys in just the other Emerald calls I've done. I've kind of focused more on some other stuff that I don't think it's really important at this point, because really you just need to get there, and then you need to just like sort of seal that belief in yourself, because there's no reason why you can't. I believe that every single one of you could go Emerald in 7 days or less if you're just willing to just go for it and dive in, and like without a doubt in your heart know that like you're going to make it happen. Because it's all up to you, because you can't control, when we stop focusing on the things that we can't control, because I can't control if a coach stays active. I can't control if someone buys their workout program, but they don't do it. I can't control, how many invites my coaches send when they tell me they have these big goals. It's up to them. I'm helping them, but it's up to them to submit and to send those messages. But I can control, like, we all can control how many messages we send. We can control the vibes that we're putting out, out to social media. We can control our posts. We can control how many people we're getting in front of. So just get in front of people and share what you know, and be excited about what you're doing, because it's amazing. And it literally will take you so far. If you just, like Carrie said, just go for it, make the decision and go all in and say, I'm going Emerald. Like, I'm doing this for me and for my business. And because somebody else, and what's really fun is when you bring somebody on and they want to build the business and they want to go Emerald, and they're like, they come to your team stuff, or they jump on the calls and you see their fire. That's what is like, that's the most fun. I would rather have that than any rank. I would rather have that momentum from other people, because we all feed off of each other's momentum. And honestly, I think that's why our team's taken off so much, is because of the momentum from not me, from you guys that are doing things and that want this. And when you see that fire in people, it's awesome. Okay, so does anybody have any questions really quick? Just throw it out there if you do. Like, if you feel like you have something that you're just like, what, that I didn't answer about Emerald that you're wanting to know, your coach will help you with the placement. So you need a coach on your left leg and then one on your right leg. So we will help you with the placement. You just need to just get the people involved, do a three-way message, get your coach in on the message. Sometimes it just takes a couple people, to like sort of reiterate the fact that, maybe a different view or a different story or whatever. But just don't be scared. Don't be scared to get in front of people, because like, this is just isn't anything that, you're not being pushy. You're not like, you're inviting them to join you in a workout program. That's all. or to join you in your coaching journey. Yes, so Friday night, before I forget, good thing Carrie reminded me. So Friday night, we have a training for anyone local. It's the 21st at 6:30 at my house. So I would love for any of you guys who can come. I don't know exactly what we're going to be training on, but it'll be something good. And it's always just fun to chat about things, just whether it's struggles or just roadmaps, and we draw things out and we work together, and it's just a lot of fun. It will light your fire. It will get you pumped, and it's just a good way to see all those faces that we see in our challenge group and our team page all the time. So, okay, so I think that's it. I'm so sorry. I feel like I talked way longer than I anticipated, but I feel like I said about everything I can think to share with you guys about this. And I just want you to get off this call, send some invites, and if you need help with verbiage, then reach out to your coach, because it's totally fine. But don't be scared. Just go for it. Yes, Jen wants a road trip sometime. Yes. I know we have so many people that can't come, so it's a bummer. But that's exciting, because that means we have a ton of people that are all over the place. Okay, you guys, I'm going to post this recording. I'll do it tonight so that if you guys missed the beginning, you can listen. Okay, so set your Emerald date. Follow that for 14 days. And I would be very surprised if you don't go Emerald by following what I gave you and making the decision that you're going to do it and that you're going to make it happen. And just putting it out there that, okay, I'm going to go Emerald by this date. So in 14 days, really, there's no reason why every single one of you shouldn't be Emerald if you're not. And I know some of you are Emerald on the call, but this is what you can teach your coaches to do when they want to build and they want to, work the business. So, okay, you guys, I'm going to get off here. Good night. Thank you guys for jumping on. I hope this helped you. Bye.